What's up again? It's Dave Davidson here in a very dark garage. It's a night ride, and today I'm going to dive in and talk with you about how to properly warm up and the mistakes that you are probably making in your warm-up routine. Now, here's the deal. I am doing this video because I am so sick and tired of having one too many people say they get burned on the very first lap with their friends. If you think that it's normal for you to run out of energy within a minute or two of starting riding, then you just haven't been shown this yet. So what I'm going to do is solve that I just got out to the trail and I'm already tired, or I'm already out of breath, or my heart is racing, I feel out of sync. I'm here to solve that for you by using what I call the active prep method. It's nothing fancy, but this is really something that will help you a ton. It's something that the riders in our Athlete Accelerator program, the reason I want to share what they're saying about it is because for some of them, they noticed that they immediately improved their times by 10, 20 seconds on a short downhill, or they were saying that their riding friends who were 10 or 20 years younger than them are saying, oh my gosh, how did you get so fast so quick? This really does have a big impact, because what it does is it doesn't just warm up your body and get you loose and limber. What this does is actually activates your nervous system in a way that allows you to jump on the bike and ride like a kid again. All right, so again, this is not just based off of hearsay, or this is actually, I have to give credit to my high school football coach who played on the national championship team, Coach Jordan, who forced us to do active warm-ups in high school track. So this is first when I was introduced to this idea. This is nothing that new, but I see so many people making this mistake and it kills me. So listen up, grab a sheet of paper, take some notes, and get ready, because we're going to talk about exactly how to warm up so that you can ride faster. Now, after I was introduced to this, I actually put together this warm-up routine, and this has been tested on hundreds of riders across the entire world, and we've had some really great success with this. So that is why you should pay attention to this. I dare you to give it a try. I think you'll find that you like it. Okay, so what I'm going to cover today, there are 3 keys to a proper warm-up. I don't care if it's cold like today. I am wearing a t-shirt because I'm nuts. Okay, everyone listen up. There are 3 keys to a proper warm-up. And before I get into those, really quickly, I'm going to explain to you what not to do. I'll make this short and sweet. So the thing that I see so many riders doing, which I think is it maybe possibly is better than not doing a warm-up at all, is where you stand there and you do a static stretch like this. And you hold your body in a position and just do your stretches here. I can't imagine this one hurts. So again, if you're doing that specific move, I'm not coming after you for any particular reason, but look, if you're just doing a hamstring stretch, touching your toes, doing a quad stretch, and then hitting the trails, you are doing your body a massive disservice. You're doing your riding a massive disservice. Don't do it. If you're like me and you have young children and you want to go out to the trails and shred, whether it's 10 p.m. at night like it's about to be here, or if you are just looking to get some more performance out of your body, listen up. Key number 1 is full range of motion. Now, whatever movement that you are doing, strive to achieve full range of motion. This does a couple things for you. Number 1, it activates your mind-muscle connection. It just kind of gets you moving the right way. The key here is when we use our full entire range of motion, no matter how you do it, actually I would say that if you got your entire body moving through your entire full range of motion, that may possibly even be better than, well, look at that. May possibly be better than just flipping the switch and turning off or on the lights. Is that a dad joke? Does that even qualify as a dad joke? Oh man, I don't even know. Anyways, so the first key is full range of motion. You want to use your entire full range of motion to wake up the muscles, and more importantly, to wake up the mind-muscle connection. It's important and it's intelligent to warm up the muscles. Do it. Key number 2 is slow to fast. Slow to fast. We want to start with very easy, gentle, slow movements and gradually progress to rapid, fast, explosive movements to wake the body up and to get you going for your ride. Really quickly, the reason why is because if your body is cold, if your blood is not pumping, it's better not to rush straight into sprints. It just works better to slowly warm you up. Okay, key number 3. is active, not static. Now, look, guys, like if you're out there and you go and you move statically, in other words, if you hold positions, it doesn't wake up your body, okay? It doesn't wake up your body. That's what puts your body to sleep. You should do static stretching before you go to bed at night, or if you're doing yoga or something. Static stretching is not the answer. Now, if you do some gentle static stretching before you ride, I suppose that's fine, but it's not going to give you that performance boost where you've got 30 to 40 seconds of bonus speed at the beginning of each and every downhill run. Or kind of like, I imagine that doing this, dynamic stretching method is, kind of like in Mario Kart when you hit A right at the time when the light switches from 2 to 3 lights and you get that little boost of speed. It's kind of like that. So use active movement. Don't do static movement. It's not good for you. Okay. The other thing too is that if you attempt to do a lot of really static stretching before you've warmed up, in other words, pulling and holding a position and just holding it there, I have heard that can cause injury. I've never had that issue personally, but why take a chance? So those are the keys that I want you to keep in mind while you are doing a warm-up for yourself. And right here, what I want to do is give you an example of what you could do for a warm-up. Remember, principle number 1 is slow to fast. So here I'm demonstrating exactly how to do what I call not what I call it. It is called a controlled articular rotation of the neck. So what you're thinking about is isolating one spot and moving around it. Right here, I'm doing a controlled articular rotation of the back, or actually of the thoracic spine specifically. So I'm attempting not to move anything below my mid-back and rotating around that spot, moving through the entire range of motion. I can do this a half or a quarter of the speed. Right here is a controlled articular rotation of the hip. This one's a little bit more difficult. You can do this while down on all fours and just move your hip in the same form as if you're down on all fours, and it can help a lot. This one is really an overlooked movement that is just kind of funny how bad you will be at this if you've never done it before. So try it out. This is just a deep air squat. A lot of folks can't do these. If you need to modify it, just don't go down as far. Again, try to go down as far as you can without moving the heels off the ground. One final example of something kind of different, again, is a full spine roll. Again, just get the blood moving. And this one is called, actually I forgot what it's called. John would know. He is my movement practitioner in the Athlete Accelerator, the program that we use with riders. Again, I'm trying to, not just stretch the hip flexor. There's even some programs out there that are like, oh, you got to stretch your hip flexor. This is a demonstration of moving throughout the entire range of motion. This is not a static stretch. Here we go. We got to get the blood going. Check it out. So this is just some basic little tiny jumps. Man, look at all that air he's getting. This guy must practice. You can do that 10, 20, 30 times. I just wanted to show you. Here are 2 exercises I absolutely love, and I don't really know what this one's called. I think it's there's a name for it back in track practice from high school. But this one right here and this one right here, this will get your hip flexors and your hamstrings as well as your posterior chain just plain old activated. This one requires you to balance. You're moving a lot. And really just wakes up your body as well as reveals your bald spot. So make sure if you want to, if you want to be like a before picture or Rogaine like me, definitely a good idea. Final stretch is you want to look at your bike for a couple seconds, and then that is it. Number 3. There's a moth. Sponsored by our friends, the night moth.